Chapter 10, which I named Mystic Virtue. Can you seek the soul, embrace oneness, and never leave it? Can you breathe consciously until you reach inner softness and become like a baby? Can you allow your mind to be purified until you are nearly flawless? Can you love the community and lead the people without controlling anything? Can you open to the way and be entirely receptive? Can you allow yourself to know nothing and let clarity arise on its own? Create and care for without possessing, do without attachment, lead without control. This is called mystic virtue. If you look at the last line of chapter 10, you'll notice I've put a footnote, number 2, after the line, this is called mystic virtue. In English, when we think of virtue, sometimes we think of morality, being good instead of bad, following rules, sometimes even strict rules of morality is called to be virtuous. That is not what this Chinese character means that is commonly translated to the word virtue in English. If you look at my footnote, you'll notice it says, in this context, virtue does not mean goodness or morality. It would be better to see it as transcendent or beyond familiar human nature. So mystic virtue is a transcendence that comes from introspection. Think of that transcendence, transcending the typical human nature to be more of a mystic, more of an enlightened one, more of a sage or a wise one. And it's not really saying that the wise one or the sage or the enlightened one is out there. This is pointing to how we, each of us, can transcend the typical human nature, which I have been calling self-will, and become one with the Tao, to become that highest good, moved by the Tao, instead of by our human nature, by our self-will. And this happens to us by having that intention to transcend normal human nature, realize truth, be in alignment with Tao, be moved by the highest good, and then taking that time to be open and allowing and restful and allow that healing aspect of the Tao to come into our heart and our mind and our soul and be the master physician and do whatever it needs to do within here. And I don't even need to know what that is.